Okay. So if you can hear me, just hang on there. There's a lot of people on the internet tonight. I guess everybody's streaming live from home. Oh, so welcome. Hi, I'm Rhonda Shear, and you might have just caught this a couple of seconds ago when we're having some problems. We may drop out. It seems like a lot of people are on the internet tonight, everywhere, watching everything that's being streamed live. So hang in there. A graphic will come up, and then I'll come back. Just please go along with it. In the meantime, welcome. I'm Rhonda Shear. Some of you may remember me from USA all years ago, and some of you may know me as the Panty Queen on HSN. Some of you may not know me at all, but anyway, this is the Rhonda Shear Social Distance Social Hour. And it's all about being social tonight, a little levity. We all need that in our lives. We've been in captivity for a long time. So no mask, one's nearby. And I have my champagne. So cheers to all of you. And every time I say the word hair, because it's all about hair, I want you to take a sip of whatever's in front of you, water, coffee, tea, vodka, whatever you have. So here's to your hair. Hope your roots are doing well. The drink of divas. Anyway, we have some special guests for you, but I wanted to first say a big thank you to all of our doctors, our nurses, our medical workers, our essential workers, the people who work in grocery stores, everyone. You are keeping us safe. You just have no idea what it means to all of us. I know that you all are feeling the same way, so we thank you at this time, trying time in our lives. It's been very interesting the last 47, 48 days. We've pretty much been in the house, but we're not using as much Clorox on the packages that are coming in. So maybe that's a step to opening up. In the meantime, I would want to just say we have some really special guests and friends of mine. We have the great Carol Connors. I'll talk a little bit more about her in a few minutes. We have Marc Price, comic Marc Price. We have actor, comic Bruce Smirnoff, dear friend of mine, funniest lady on the planet, Ludo Vika. Steve Anderson, stylist, artist to the stars. They'll all be joining me. And again, if we drop out, just hang in there and we'll get back to you. So I'm actually going to introduce my very first guest. We're going to give it a try. And you may remember Marc Price as Skippy on Family Ties. I mean, he started off as a young teenager as a stand-up. Hi, Marc with a beard.
Hello there.
He's produced, he's acted. He continues to tour, which is we're really happy about that. At least he did tour until 40 years ago. How are you, Marc? How are you doing?
Come in there. Hello.
Can you hear me? Or you're frozen in space right now?
That old phone doesn't work. I guess we have to
there
do
he
it
is.
the modern way.
I see him moving. I can't. You can hear?
I've got the old-fashioned way to get in touch.
Okay, right just hang in there. We're going to get Marc, or we're going to get Marc and this back together. So what I'll say about Marc is I've never seen him look so grown up over the years.
It's my Corona beard.
I recently did a radio show that
it's going to go. Now I'm the only one. Now I'm live, and there's nobody else on the TV. It's just me. All right, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna call. Let's see. How does this work? One ringy dingy. Two. Hello. How does? I don't even know how you use one of these. Would we be better off with one of these? Maybe. Well, I love you, Rhonda, and I can't tell you what it means to be interviewed by you almost. I've had a crush on you since I was a teenager, and what can I say? I wish we could talk. Hold on.
Well, we're seeing the kitchen. Hey, Marc.
Wait. I'm here. Back. I'm not gone. Hello,
Okay.
Rhonda.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Mark. I mean, you look so wild and animalistic. What's going
Oh, well,
on?
thank you. It's this is my Bigfoot look. This
Oh
is
my gosh. Okay. So I've known Mark since he's a baby. I mean, he still looks like a baby, but he's a baby. When he played Skippy, you were like, how old were you as Skippy? How old were you?
well, I started when I was 14, and I think that's right about when I got your poster. You
So
remember
hopefully I introduced you.
the gold bikini
Hopefully I
poster?
introduced you to your manhood. Say
without a
again?
without a question, you had something to do with. Do you remember the glow? You remember the gold lame bikini poster? Is that
Wow. It
is
was
that what they
called,
call it? Gold
I'll talk
lame?
slower because I think it was called, it was gold. It was actually gold leather and it
Gold
said,
leather.
go for the gold. And it was a billboard on Sunset Boulevard as well. I can't believe you remember that. That's phenomenal.
Are you kidding? It
That's
was on my
phenomenal.
wall. That was it. I didn't forget Farrah Fawcett. I was all about Rhonda Shear. And I didn't even
Well,
know what a
you
great
know what,
stand-up
Mark?
you were
I
yet.
mean, I think people know you as an actor. They know you as a stand-up. I was just on a radio show that you were co-hosting. You're great on the radio. So are you doing a podcast?
It's not a podcast. It's a radio show in Daytona Beach. I was on the road when this whole thing kicked in, and it just worked out where they said, "Hey, do you want to be a part of this station called WROD 1047?" Now I'm a DJ. I'm
Oh,
afraid when we get back to work, I'll forget how to tell jokes. They'll introduce me. I'll come up. I'll go, okay, next
Stuck
up,
in
Bon
quarantine,
Jovi,
don't know what to do.
1047.
Hold
Like,
on,
no, you're supposed
baby,
to tell
Rhonda,
jokes.
she's got you.
but I think this
Grab
is
your
really good because
computer,
I think this
log
is a
on, baby,
reinvention
you
for all of
got
us,
the
a
power.
reset. So
It's
I
the
think radio is
social
great for you.
distancing,
And the young lady you were
social
working with, she's really
love.
pretty.
The
Is she special in
social
your life?
distancing,
No, I
social
have a special lady in my life as
love.
well. But yeah,
Well,
all the co-hosts on the radio have been fantastic. They have a tremendous crew there.
no, and I'm sure you've had great guests on because you know everyone.
Hey, hold on a second. No, occasionally the person on the other side they freeze up, and then that leaves me, and I don't know. Am I on the air? I don't know. Hold on. This is you. You're doing the mannequin challenge right now. I'll just freeze too that way. Oops. Well, if it's me, I could do. I host a radio show now. I know how to do this. I could. My show's an '80s show, and it's on every day at noon from 12 to 4. And if you have Alexa or Google, you just say, "Okay, Google, play 104.7 WROD," and it does. So you can listen on, or you can go to therockofdaytona.com. So I'll just promote myself while we're waiting for you to come back. I love that you've got the great guests, and you're doing this from your home on just Saturday Night Live party from Rhonda's house. Did I mention that I was watching comedians from the Improv the other day, and one of your evening at the Improvs came up, and wow, Rhonda, you can hold your own with the best of them as a stand-up comic, and not to mention all your other achievements. But I was so impressed with your set on TV. I forgot how funny you were as a stand-up comic.
Thank you. I'm back again. That was really sweet. It was very sweet when you wrote me that note. You know what it was, Mark? I think I was a little ahead of my day. You know, you couldn't be wild and blonde and crazy when I started out. Yeah, it still had to be, whatever. Oh my, a little cough there, a little COVID.
No, that wasn't a COVID cough. A bug just flew in my mouth. A bug. Here, look, there it is. There's the
Oh
bug.
my
Look, it coughed it on my hand. That's a
What
scary
kind,
thing.
what kind of bug is it?
Okay, I don't know. Here, where's the camera? It's
Oh my gosh, I love live anything. It's great. Are you in Florida right now? Are you?
I am. I'm in beautiful Florida, and I can't complain. It's not really like I got stuck here. I chose to stay here, really, honestly. I'm in
Yeah.
Ormond
I
by the
wish you would
sea.
move here and stay here and
It
live
could,
here.
it could happen. It's the law that eventually a Jewish man at a certain age has to move to Florida, and it might happen with me sooner than you know, because
And
I'm having a great time.
well, I mean, our upcoming guest, and I know that you know him, Bruce Smirnoff.
Also, Florida comedian extraordinaire. disappeared again. I'm sorry. Imagine if this happened on The Tonight Show. All of a sudden, Jay Leno's there. The next second, Jimmy Fallon's there. That would be technology. That's how they're going to tell you you're no longer the host of the show anymore. You're just going to disappear. I appear to stay on the screen, which is tremendous. I know a lot of the guests that come on my radio show wish that it worked this way, where the host would just disappear and they can just talk. Wait, I don't keep interrupting you. I get the whole, it's all me. I grew up in Hollywood in the 80s, in showbiz. Michael Jackson never touched me. And I'm very honored. I used to be with Jay Leno's agent. Now I'm with Flo from Progressive. She got me this deal to do this show tonight. And liability. It was all part of a comprehensive package.
Show that's going to make it different, where the host disappears and you have to do your own thing forever. Is that awesome?
I'm telling you, the guests on my show wish they had it so good.
Oh my God. You see, very few guests could do what you're doing. They couldn't riff. They would just like freeze. This is where you know how the strong survive. You know, people wonder how I've been on HSN and I can talk about panties. This is how, you just learn how to bullshit. But I know you can't stay on long with us, and I feel so bad. But you've been talking the whole time, and I think this is great. And maybe you should be my new co-host because you can just keep talking, and that's fabulous.
Well, I'm mad at the people that knocked off the bra, Rhonda. I just want, all these people, the aha bra, the ta-da bra, whatever they call it.
I can't believe you know that.
It's wrong, and they should be punished, and it's just it's criminal. It really is. But it's okay because we know you're the only one with the original and the only bra.
Listen to you. You rock. Oh my gosh, Marc. Will you please come back on when we don't have the crazy technical stuff? Will you please come back on?
I will.
And you can come back on without me. We'll put you just talk.
There's no way I'm ever going to say no to you, Rhonda.
Oh, well, I love you. I'm glad we reconnected, and Facebook's great for that. I think you're awesome. You're funny. I can't wait to see you just stand up. Here's a quick question before I let you go, because I know you have to go, and before I drop out again. Would you do, if tomorrow clubs opened up, would you do stand-up? Would you feel okay to do stand-up like right now?
This is the big question, right? This is the big question, because I have gigs booked in Florida in June. And so forget tomorrow, because nobody's even talking about tomorrow, to be honest with you. We're all talking about June right now. Everybody's like, are we going to do the shows in June? I don't know. Do comedians wear the mask?
Right.
Are people going to sit 7 feet apart? How is that possible? And of course, it might be good for work for me, because I figure guys like Larry the Cable Guy and, Bill Burr is a very popular comedian. These guys pack giant stadiums. But how many people can empty a building like I do? They're probably like, maximum 50 people. 7 feet apart. Let's get Marc Skippy Price.
And then you have to make them drink a lot so the club can make the money. I do think. I was speaking to Lance Montalto, who he's probably know Lance. He said he would get back on a cruise ship tomorrow, and I think that's amazing. Well,
we want to make people laugh. That's what we do. There's no doubt about it. If there's any sign of it's safe, we're going to do it.
We need that. Well, listen, I've seen these masks that you can actually make look like your face. So you can put the mask that looks like you over your face, and then you just wouldn't have any expression. You'd be like all the women in Hollywood talk. Your face wouldn't move. You'd have the mask on. And
why would I choose to put my own face on my mask? I'd put Rob Lowe's face on my mask.
No, you're very handsome and fabulous. Well, I love you, and I thank you for coming on, and we're going to get this together, and you're not experimental. It's just that, we're not used to this technology yet, but we're going to get it together.
You just reminded me, in LA, when you're sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, which happens all the time, right? You just sit there, you're not going anywhere. Yes. Because of all the plastic surgery, it looks like everybody's driving really fast. I'm sitting at the light, totally stopped, and they're pulling G's.
You're right. And you know what? I miss that because I'm missing my Botox. You guys don't need all that stuff, but mine's worn off. So eventually I'm going to get it. I love the beard. I love the hair. It's sexy. And you still look like a baby, and you are a baby. I know you're still young.
According to GQ, women are turned on by a man with a 2-day beard. I let it go 4 weeks. I thought I'd totally up the odds.
Oh gosh, if you saw my husband right now, we're all a wreck. We don't want to. No, we don't want to talk about hair. Hair. Supposed to grab a drink. Water. I've got that too, just in case. But look, Bruce just joined us.
Hey, Rhonda.
This is fabulous.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Ahoy, Bruce.
Nice to see both of you.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I have to just give Bruce Smirnoff a quick introduction as like the most fabulous comic, longtime friend. He had an award-winning show. I can't remember the name. It was something like All We Have Is Our Health, and I'm Not Feeling So Good, something like that. It was fabulous. And funniest, driest sense of humor, self-deprecating. You still look this. Both of you all look amazing. And thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Rhonda. Mark, you know that I knew your father because I started stand-up when I was very young, and your father was a big act up in the Catskill Mountains, and I was working a summer there as a waiter, and your father was so nice to me. And the great thing is you inherited his excellent, handsome looks, and you kept your hair like your father. Your father had the fullest head of hair, and so you have perfect gene lines running through your family.
He is very handsome. I did not know his father. Apparently your dad was in show business. Excuse me for not knowing.
Al Bernie.
So a comic, a comedian?
Sure.
I'm the son of a comedian.
Wow.
We both made poor decisions. We're both poor. I followed in the footsteps of my father. We're both poor decision makers.
No, that's awesome. You kept on the family business. Every father wants their son to carry on. That's awesome. And that's great. So Bruce, you did not work the Catskills, did you?
I didn't work.
That's right. Yeah, you did.
I didn't work there as a comedian. What I did was I started when I was 18 years old. So I wrote a letter one of my sophomore year in college to all the hotel owners. And I said, my father owns a hotel. I want to be a comedian. Can I work for you? And only one hotel man responded. That was Murray Posner from the Brickman Hotel, because he owned a hotel, but he always wanted to be a comedian. So he invited me up for Memorial Day weekend. We hit it off, and he made me stay all till Labor Day, till I had to go back to college. And every night I would sit with him at the table, and we would sit there and watch every comedian. I saw your father, Mark, about 3 or 4 times. And then after the show, we'd go to the coffee shop, and they felt obligated to Murray to kind of like sit there with me, and I would be there with my yellow pad and my pencil, and I would ask them like, what should I do as a stand-up comedian? And whatever advice they gave me, I would go, hold on, and I would write it down on my yellow pad. And I really took everything so seriously, and the advice they gave me was great, and therefore I never made it in show business, but it was good advice. Good advice. Hair.
There is a story. Smirnoff vodka, of course.
Hey, so I live in Florida too.
I know you do. Uh-oh. Something's it's telling me to do something. I don't know.
I live in a 55 and over community, and it is the quietest place on earth. Once in a while, you hear a thud. You dial 911. They take the body away, and then it's quiet again because I like it quiet. I used to like a lot of action, not anymore. And I'm in Delray Beach. You're in Tampa, right?
Beautiful. Yeah, St. Petersburg. Gorgeous. And Mark has to live here. He has to live here.
For the Rays at the stadium.
The Rays are fabulous. We had seats for a long time. Tom Brady is just joining our Buccaneers. Hopefully we have a season, because Van doesn't know this, but I just got 4 50-yard line seats.
Great.
I'll be the only one there.
Right. I don't care about football, but you got baseball tickets for the Rays? Yes?
Yes. Oh, I can get, not only that, they spring train, everybody spring trains here.
Yeah.
New York, everyone.
That's boring. I want to watch, I'm diehard Yankee fan, so I want to come and watch the Yankees when they play the Rays.
Oh
So
my
I can
God.
call.
And
I
the
can
New Yorkers
contact you.
here, usually. It's a great stadium. They want to
I
tear
know
it
it
down
is.
and start
I've been
over,
there.
but it's indoor, and I love it. We love the stadium. Well, you do need
The
to come
music
in.
is too loud. They play that music blaring, but they do that in Miami too. There's nothing you can do about that
They do,
anymore.
yes. We've all changed. We used to love the blaring music. Now, not so much. Now, Brock is eating this stuff. He's like,
Hey,
look
I
at these
made
people.
I made a gift for you. May I show it to you?
Yes. Your
Yes.
cat?
Okay, just talk to Mark. I have to go to the refrigerator. Hold on.
He's going to get his cat out of the refrigerator.
What? Don't do that.
He's got this big cat. You know, we're all animal lovers.
Now,
And by the way,
Mark,
please join us and ask questions. We see
Mark,
you out there.
Mark and Rhonda. Rhonda, I know from a long time, 1978. Okay, and I watched you as a performer, and then I watched you become an amazing success. I've read all your stories. I think it's one of the greatest stories. It needs to be a movie, but we can talk about that another time. But all right,
Don't worry. Just hang
Okay,
on.
All right.
There you go.
10 minutes. Don't.
all right.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say is
Boy.
the reason why you were able to become
we
so
talked
successful.
about it.
Listen to me. No talking.
you.
The reason why you were able to be so successful is you use your brain. I have a Jello mold of a brain, and I made
Yes.
you a Jello. See, it's a Jello mold, and it's a
Wow.
brain.
Wow. Did you really make that? Do you see that, Mark?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I do. I cook now, and that's
know you
I'm
do.
off the road.
I've seen your baking. I think we may have.
I can't
there
see
he
it.
is. If we lose Mark, first of all, I love you, Mark. But I do know that Bruce does. He bakes, he cooks. He's got a cat.
I got 2 cats now.
You got 2. I've got 5 dogs. That's sweetie that
That's
you hear
great.
barking in the background. You know what I thought you were going to say? Because I have to be bad. I made it because I was no longer with Bobby anymore. I thought you were going there.
You know, I speak to Bobby every day.
I know, and I speak to him every now and then too. And he's got a lovely lady in his way.
He has a wonderful, wonderful woman in his life. Absolutely, yeah.
Amazing. You know, I have to say, Bobby, he lands on top.
His mom just turned 99 2 days ago.
I sent her some lingerie so she could be sexy. I love jeans.
She's sexy without it, but yes, it'll make her look even better. She weighs like 61 pounds, and she's still beautiful. 99 years old and beautiful.
I know. His dad lived a long time. He's blessed.
Yeah.
But you know, Bobby's always one that would not eat oil. Like he used to pat his French fries, so he'll live to be 199. So
well, what's amazing, Bobby is somehow older than his mother, and I don't know how that happened, but you know, that's just.
He was always older than his mother. Always. But what happened to Mark? Okay, I just want to say goodbye to Mark. Mark, I love you so much. Stay there, Bruce. Don't go away.
I won't
Mark,
go.
thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. I know you only had a few minutes.
That's all you got to do is pat the French fries? That's all you got to do is pat the French fries?
That's all you got to do.
That's all he did. He patted French fries. He did that, and somehow I stayed with him 14 years. So
I'm going to try it right now. I'm patting French fries.
Pat the French fries.
Bruce,
I love you.
Love you, Rhonda. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
Thank you
Mark.
so much. Thank you for your sweet words. I'll see you
Take care of
soon.
your hair. Oh, hair.
Oh, hair. Oops, Smirnoff. You guys don't drink. You don't drink, really.
No.
And I don't think Mark drinks at all. I didn't drink until I got married to Van. Then I started drinking.
I used to smoke pot, and I don't do anything anymore. The older you get, I guess you don't need it. You just can appreciate. When I have my cats, sitting on my lap, I can't describe the high that I get from them. I never had pets before.
I never had pets before either. And when my dogs are sitting and sleeping on my head, I totally understand that. And that's with Van too. But I never get to really see Van because the dogs are very jealous. They'll bite them. They'll bite anything.
I watch, with my 2 cats on my lap, I watch these crazy animal rescue videos, and then I have to have my handkerchief because then I start crying, and then I kiss my cats. I've lost my mind, and I make Jello molds with peaches in it. I've just lost my mind.
No, this is so not you. It really isn't, because you were the
I know.
The guys,
I
the
know.
girls, their whole act was about the
I
girls.
know.
And
I know.
you know what? I'm different now too. I am so boring. Like, well, first of all, I was never that up all night girl. I mean, that was always an act, but no one ever,
Right.
I mean, I was always like, that's why I hid behind poor Bobby, because I could.
Oh,
I was never that off the top, out of the, whatever, off the chart, sexy girl at all. I'm a homebody.
correct.
Cook now too. I don't bake. I don't bake, but I do cook. And I love doing it. And I love being a homebody. And I love that you live in Florida. And so let me ask you, are you booking now? Are you still doing comedy? What are you doing?
I still do comedy. I just stopped. I kind of took a breather. I was working on the cruise ships. When I moved here in 2003, I discovered a whole new world, which were these over 55 communities and the cruise ships.
Yeah.
But I had to augment my act because I used to have maybe, like an R-rated act. It wasn't horribly dirty, but there were things you can't talk about down here. I'll give you an example. One of my biggest jokes when I was working in the Comedy Store, I used to say, my grandmother had Lou Gehrig's disease and Alzheimer's disease. She swears she hit 100 home runs, but she doesn't remember when. And I know I shouldn't do that joke.
I know.
Because Grandma is no longer with us. We traded her to Cleveland. So I used to do jokes like that. So when I moved here,
can't do anything anymore.
You lose the audience. One night I did that joke. I did the Alzheimer's joke, and I had a whole audience of all people in their 80s, and I was really doing well. I snuck that joke in, and the whole room just stopped, and they were frozen. And this is what the audiences are like. They're all Jewish people. They all think like one person. So I had to stop my show, and I go, I have a feeling that joke may have offended everyone. And the whole audience nods their head like that. And I go, I'm very sorry. And I continue my show. And the whole audience goes like that. So that's it. They okay. And everything was fine. But that's how crazy the audience is here.
I imagine.
That segued into cruise ships. And I did the cruise ships for about 12 years. And what was interesting, I was trying to become famous in Hollywood, which didn't happen. But leaving Hollywood, I wound up, I made decent money for, 15 years. It was a nice run. And now, yes, I work for Don Casino Agency, and we are located in Miami, and we are one of the largest cruise ship bookers. What I do for them is I go out and I look for comics. I look for other acts too, but mostly we're very heavy with stand-up comedy. And I'm like, the guy, the go-between between the agency and the act.
But don't they have now on ships? I mean, I did a couple of them. I worked a couple of them.
Sure, you did. You worked
but don't they have like more R-rated shows now? I mean, don't they have like nightclubs?
Yes. The irony, Rhonda, is you can come on and you can do an R-rated show. You can do a show filthy, filthy, filthy. However, you have to do one show for that cruise in front of everyone on the ship. And there can be very religious people, children, grandparents. So it's just when you think you've got it made where you can do an R-rated show, you can't, because then they make you do a 25-minute show in front of, middle America. And that's got to be real clean. And it's very difficult because most of us just don't have that kind of material.
Cruise industry is fascinating, and it's gotten crazier and bigger, and the ships are amazing. And of course, we all had our eyes on the ships because of this virus. And yet, I spoke to Lance Montaldo, and he goes, the ships, they know how to keep it. I'm talking about, clean acts. So I'm talking about sanitary. And he goes, you not to touch. As a comic on the ship, not to touch the elevator buttons. Not to touch rails. Do you think that the cruise ship industry will come back and be alive and well? I'm just curious your thoughts on this.
It has to, because we all have to come back. We just can't live like this. It's just not possible. And I can't say what I predict end of July, middle July, but people disagree with me. All I can say is people love cruising. I go on these websites, cruisecritic.com. And I would assume the first group of people that wouldn't want to cruise would be elderly. because of they just have a propensity of catching this thing and dying from it. And I was surprised. A lot of people said, look, I get $10,000 a month pension. I work very hard. I don't care if I die on a ship, if I die, blah, blah. I'm not sitting in, I didn't work so hard to make this kind of money to not travel the world. So it seems to not pertain to the seniors. And if they drop their prices low enough, they'll get the people that were hoarding toilet paper. Same crowd. They'll get them back on the ships too.
I think you're right. I agree with you. I think that people are bust out. They do. We just have to learn to be a little safer until they find the medicine, and they will. I mean,
they just approved remdesivir, and that Fauci came out today and said that yes, they did a blind study or double blind. I'm not quick on the lingo there, but yes, it's proving results. The hydroxychloroquine, in many cases, that is helping. And then again, if you get this at a certain age, nothing could possibly help. But I think we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
I think so too. My husband feels the exact same way. And
I see Jello at the end of the tunnel too.
I see hair. Your hair looks good. You don't change.
Thank you. Thanks. We had a good time.
We did.
Was fun. Man, we used to do such crummy places. We with Skippy Low, and I loved Skippy, but remember, that's where I first met you and Kenny at Skippy Low. This was a gay guy who was ageless. Like he looked 100 when he was probably 40. You can actually, Skippy Low is such a character that Martin Short copied everything and made him Jiminy Glick. So if you're listening and you're into show business, watch the character Jiminy Glick, Martin Short, then go on YouTube and look at Skip E. Low. Skip, initial E, Low. He was the worst interviewer in the history of television, and he was on cable access. And it's so bad that Martin Short was able to do a caricature of it and become one of his biggest characters.
You know what? Skippy believed in it so much and was so authentic that it was so bad that it was good. And he got the biggest stars. I mean, he did. I mean, he really was iconic. And truly, the first day I ever did stand-up was on a Skippy Low stage. I followed one guy doing an impression of Michael Jackson with 4 puppets. So it was like the Jackson 5.
That's Christopher. Remember Christopher? That's him. He still works.
No. Oh, my gosh. No, I didn't. See, my memory's gone. I've had too many lives. By the way, I don't know if you know Trish Keating, she's talking. She's a fabulous comic from down here. And she just wrote, that's what men have to do today to impress women is make Jell-O molds, make Jell-O brains. She's hysterical. Fabulous Trish. I love you. She's great. I did my little pajama party and she was in it for a while.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but not doing that. I'm not, it's so funny. I wake up and have dreams that I can't remember my act, whatever it was. And it's like actually a recurring nightmare. And there's still a piece of me that thinks about like, boy, I'd like to do it again. And then there's another piece that goes, nah, I kind of like sitting here with my dogs on my head. I kind of like that.
The effort would be too great to do it because the spilkus that you get, the nerves, the tension, it's not at your point. You're over the hill. You made so much money. You did it. I didn't mean over the hill looks wise. I meant over the hill as far as struggle goes. You couldn't put up with a minute of this struggle. I still have to be. When I work these ships, I work them. The very expensive cruise lines, and these people are very wealthy, but they're also heavily medicated. They've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. My show is at 10 o'clock at night, and they've just come from a 5-course meal with free alcohol. And I mean, sometimes men, they sleep during my show and they'll come up to me and tell me, I enjoyed you the most because I was able to get a nap and because I'm up all night with the prostate trouble. So it's crazy. So if you've got the money and you don't need to do this and you found this wonderful calling, again, you need to write a book. It needs to be made into a movie because I know the backstory. The backstory is what makes it so great in the end story.
It is that my stand-up and my trying so hard to achieve stand-up has prepared me for what I do today. So it all works out. And I do love what I do.
It's so easy to do because you don't try to make people laugh. It happens, but you're selling a product, and you are one of you had all these struggle years in stand up and success in stand, but it helped you get to be where you are. I mean, it's just incredible. You got anything for me to sell? I'll sell underwear. I'll sell jock straps. Whatever you want.
I'll find you something. I will. You need to come and visit here. You really do. We really do.
Say the word.
Okay. We'll see if baseball comes back, and we'll make that happen. And I thank you for coming on tonight, and thank you for making my Jell-O mold, and thank you for playing with Marc. I love your hair. Shears.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Will you come back and join us like in a few weeks? Will you come back?
Anytime you want, Rhonda.
You got it.
All right,
love
talk to you later. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bruce Smirnoff. I'm telling you, one of the funniest guys and amazing guy. And I mean, did all the television shows in Los Angeles, all the stand-up comedy shows, longtime friend. Guys that started in the early 80s, they were comics. They watched the best, like Bruce saying he went to the Catskills and took notes. We did that back then. It's a different world now. People don't really tell jokes. They basically just ramble. Where back then you had to actually construct a joke and be observational, and that's what Bruce is a great writer, and I thank him for coming on. So we do have another fabulous guest, which it's great. It's kind of like old home week for me because I'm visiting friends. But my next guest is gorgeous. Let me give you. Wait a minute. I have a special intro. I'm going to read it. This is Carol Connors. She and I go way back. She was a frequent guest on Up All Night. But long before that, she was twice nominated for Academy Award. She's been nominated for Grammys and Emmys and everything else. And she has so many awards for all of her philanthropic work as well. She has sung for presidents and generals. She's just CC, Carol Connors to me. But we all know her, and we know the theme from Rocky, which she co-wrote, which is a fabulous song for the ages right now. Carol, I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you and I are not technically great, so you worked it out. Thank you. Can you hear me? Oh, no.
Dan, I did not work it out. Hey, yo, we got to knock out that virus. And that is Mike Tyson's signature because he's entry.
Absolutely. Carol, and you do not change. I'm looking at California. It's still bright there because it's, she's coming to us from Beverly Hills. She lives literally on the top of a mountain there. So you don't have to worry about self-isolating. You're isolated up there.
Definitely.
And you're wearing Rhonda Shear. She's wearing a Rhonda Shear kimono.
I wore outside of my boxing gloves. Amanda, would you please take these off? Amanda, thank you. I wore this one because it reminds me of my piano. It's black and white. And yes, I have two kitty cats named Music and Star, who's truly a star. And I don't make Jell-O molds because I detest Jell-O because my mother made me eat it. I do love to bake, as you know, and I love Van the Man's rice. Remember that in Key Largo, Laura Largo?
Dirty New Orleans rice.
And I have my MDR sanitizer. I'm not going to do anything but use it on my hands. And I did Walt Disney's The Rescuers. I have a mouse mask. It's for kids. But Barbie says I'm a 12-year-old.
You know what's great about Carol? She's perpetually a teenager, which I love. And she was in, what was the name? You got to tell us the name of the band. I'm blanking. That you started.
I was 16 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
A man came to me and said, I love your voice, because he was dating my girlfriend and they were smooching and I was sort of the lookout. And he said, I want to write a song for it. You have $10. And I went, $10? I'm 16 and a half. I don't have 10 cents. And he said, well, if you can get together $10, you can be in a group and I'll write a song for your voice. Well, the song went on to become To know him is to love him. It was written by Phil Spector. the infamous Phil Spector. It's the reason Elvis Presley became my first love, because he loved the sound of my voice on that song. And that was the first thing I ever did in my life.
Chills over that. It's iconic. So many. You know, I love all of your music.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've me on. She was a guest on Up All Night many times. Oh, we've got
Yes. Then I went camping with Carol.
with Carol.
Camping with Carol.
You know, I found the sheet music to it. You gave it to me, and I was going through some goodies, and I still have it, and you signed it to me. So
who signed it to? Godzilla. Because it's about you.
it was very cool. Carol Connors, you know, who's Academy Award nominated, wrote a song just for me. And we're looking at your video down in the bottom third. It's fabulous. I know that you can't tell us too much, but I know that they've been working on a biography on your life now for a couple of years. And I know I did a little piece of it. I mean, is there any date that it's coming out at this point, or can you talk about it?
Well, definitely you are in it. And it's obviously called Gonna Fly Now. And it was, it's in editing, which is in a sense good because, you know, so much of the production has been shut down right now. And Jay Leno was doing I know you know Jay, but he was doing a major piece with me because I'm the only girl who ever wrote a Hot Rod song called Hey Little Cobra. What's it? I told my Cobra. Shut up, Carol. The film ends, and this little man that was a friend of John Avildsen stood up and very quietly he said, "John, you have a remarkable film here. John," and his voice kept going up like just a little. "John, you're probably going to get nominated for an Oscar for this film. John, you're going to win it. And you're going to win Best Picture if you do one little thing. Please get rid of that song."
There ain't gonna be no rematch.
Everybody. And I went into the shower and I said, what am I going to do to that? What is anybody going to write to that? And all of a sudden, the film went through my head and life, and I knew. And in those days, you could take your phone into the shower. And I picked up the phone and I called Bill Conti. And I said, "Bill, I know what life's about. I know what the song's about. I know what the film's about." And he said, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm in the..." He said, "Well, are you with somebody?" I said, "Bill, I'm a Scorpio." "Hello, Rhonda," another Scorpio. I said, "Would I be calling you if I was with somebody?" And he said, "Oh, do me a favor. Give me the line before you electrocute yourself." And I swear to God. And the line was, "Gonna fly now." Because at that moment, he could go the distance, he could win. And when John Avildsen put him in slow motion on top of the steps, he could fly. He could do anything any of us set our minds to. And that's why the title of the documentary about my loves, my music, my life is called Gonna Fly Now.
And what a life! What a life you've had! And that song, not only is it iconic, but I mean, it could work right now for what we're going through. Well, you see it on so many commercials. I mean, all of your songs are amazing. But you know, to have that one song that everybody recognizes when they hear it at a football game, at a baseball game, and everyone uses it. And every time they use it, Carol gets a check.
Yes, I do, and I get to buy another house. No. Actually, one of the things that really touched me deeply was, because I'm so Kaddish Buddha bottled about everything. I mean, I have so many different, theories going through my head. I have to stop thinking, I think.
I know. It's a Scorpio thing.
I have to stop thinking, I think. But is it somebody sent me that when they release the people from the hospitals,
right?
I want to tear up about this, but they play the theme from Rocky.
Oh.
And I just got that email like about 4 days ago, and I just sat in front of my computer and I went, isn't it amazing? It was inspirational, supposedly then, and today with what this world is going through. I mean, the line that I am using that many of my friends are is that, and it's only 6 words, but I think it's 6 words. It says it all. My life seems a lifetime ago.
That's beautiful, but you're right.
Second, Rhonda. My life seems a lifetime ago. And it does.
100%. I mean, I used to hear my parents talk about, the Depression or World War II, and, you couldn't relate to it as a child.
No.
So this is unbelievable that in our lifetime we're living through this. I mean, this will be a major part of history, and things will change after this, and hopefully for the better. Hopefully, we don't know.
I believe that they will never be what they were. As after 9/11, life was never as it was. And I was talking to Pat Riley. We know Pat. Well,
she's watching this. She's watching it.
And I was saying to Pat, that things changed then. Can you imagine the changes that are going to take place now? I mean, we have like Oscar parties where everybody gets together and schmoozes and does all this and does all that. How am I going to be able to kiss Brad Pitt on the cheek?
I know. So Jill Powers, who works for us, who loves you dearly, and Marie Crane. We'll talk about. They're all producing from afar, but Jill is a major autograph hound. And every time she sees a picture of you with a star, she's like, "Who's crazy?" And I'm like, "Well, you have to butter her up and tell her you'll send her a year's supply of. Maybe she'll get an autograph for you."
Of course I will. And look, this little mermaid that grants.
Yes.
This is Star, the starry-eyed mermaid, wants to say,
yeah.
Wait a minute, I got to get her hand in right. She had her hand backwards. Mermaids can do that. We love you, Rhonda, and we love all that you've done, that you're doing, and what you're doing now, and the kindness you show to people. And I don't want to say you're my idol because that's going a little bit too far, but you really, really are a force to be reckoned with. And even the dolphins want to say that. So may I do my dolphin call?
Yes, please do your dolphin call for us, please.
You don't mind?
Carol's famous dolphin call, and it really is famous. It's been on television and radio.
I have to
go ahead.
Dolphin. Are you ready, Star? That's the name of my cat, too. Okay. And that says, thank you, Rhonda, for all that you are doing for all of us right now. I mean, just this show and just your wonderful energy and your beautiful hair. Oops, hair. Oops, hair.
Whoop.
Water.
Oh, everybody's drinking water but me.
What the heck was that? Oh, that was my cranberry juice. Yeah.
Carol, you are the best. You're the best at interviewing. You're beautiful. Carol has been, I have to be a little friendly here, Carol has stayed, she's been my friend for many years. But even as I've moved here and I've been here since like 2003, Carol has always stayed in touch with me, has always been she's my idol. And, she's in my book, and beyond. But she literally has always spoken my praises. And I thank you for that because people can be they can be very, and you've always stuck up for me, even when I was beginning, and Van and I were just beginning, and I thank you for that. You've been a lot.
You deserve it. I mean, you have come a long way, baby. And it's not just because it fell in your lap. I mean, you made it happen.
As you still work. You never stop. So, it's people that are driven never stop.
I'm doing
And
a project right now for, it's about the birth of Israel and the Israeli Air Force. May I play a couple notes? Do we have a?
please,
Okay.
please, please,
I mean,
please.
this really is, it's
And if you lose me for any reason, keep playing. If I drop out, because we're just
I'm
having
only going to do, it's about the birth of Israel and the Israeli Air Force. And it's called about the pilots that came from all over the world to defend Tel Aviv. And it's called Angels in the Sky. I'm just going to do a couple, the beginning, okay?
look at that piano.
Let's see if I have the right, hold on a minute. I have to transpose it. They were angels in the sky, prepared to live or die. The only option to survive. As they took to the skies, some would live, some would die, to make the promised land their own. They were angels. And it goes on and on about
Beautiful, beautiful,
the
beautiful.
song of the documentary and the movie.
That is gorgeous. I need to hook you up with my Israeli doctor because he saved many lives in the war. So another time, I do want to talk to you about that. But that is gorgeous.
I love your hair.
And I love you.
Oh, God,
Hair.
I can't-
Oh gosh. Okay.
But I do love your hair.
Carol.
Oh my God,
Oh,
that's
look
one
at
of the great loves of my life, Robert Culp. And there I am with, who am I with? I have your little bag with me.
Oh my gosh. Look at that group of icons.
And of course, the one lady is Madame Sadat, which is so pretty.
Oh my gosh, Sophia Loren. Look at those picture of you and Sophia
And she
Loren.
said to me, she said, Bella, Karen, Bella.
I bet. Oh gosh, you and Hef. These are gorgeous pictures, and you get more. Oh my gosh.
Oh God, if only he would make my nights. How about him making my nights?
Fabulous photographs.
Thank
Poor
you.
Jill with just like one autograph from any of those people she can get. And there you are with Star. I love your sunglasses in that. And I love your jewelry. And I love your energy. And there's Angelina.
Yes, there's a picture of Angelina. And I said to her, do you remember? I'll never forget this. I said it to her and Jessica Chaston. And that's your outfit, one of your outfits.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. She loved my
that I love.
muscles. Honey, the boobies look great. The boobies
Thank
look
you.
great.
I said to Angelina, I said, do you remember me? And she said, Carol, you are not somebody that somebody forgets.
No, in all of those pictures
That's
with
a compliment. I said,
no, all those pictures with all those stars, you're the one who stood out for sure.
oh, stop it. But I love
you're as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. I thank you for coming tonight. We'll get you a copy of this. We'll have you back on. There's no technical problems, but everybody's streaming live right now, so a lot of
you
problems.
are so special, and I thank you for having me. I mean, I really, really I just had a blast, and I've been listening to everybody. And yes, I have cats, and I love them, and they're Abyssinians. But Jello, no Jello.
Don't pop poor Bruce's bubble. He loves his
I like Bruce. He's very talented, but couldn't he make Auntie Carol's chocolate chip chippers or something?
I bet you he's going to do it. He does bake well. I haven't tried anything, but I see it on the internet.
Or
I would love somebody.
Van's rice.
We'll trade you some rice for some chocolate chip cookies.
Right, you stay safe and stay well. Let's
too.
pray that it all is over real soon and this
Got it.
ends.
You've got it. I love you, girl. Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I've had a lifetime of amazingly talented friends. That's, some of you people know me just from my bra world, but I had this amazing past in Hollywood where I met, the icons like Carol Connors and true friends. And you're lucky if you can say, especially now, I think we really appreciate certain things right now, family and friends and people who really mean something to you. And next up, I have someone who really means something special to me too. And I think and I think this gentleman knows Carol as well. Oh, look at you. I know you're not, everybody's got a beard. Okay. So let me give you a proper introduction. I'm not hearing you yet. So why aren't we, wait, Wait,
Can you hear me?
now I can. So let me introduce you properly. You look so handsome.
Beans.
Wait a minute. First of all, he looks so handsome. Not that he doesn't, but I'm liking the beards on some of these guys. Okay, so this is my dear friend, stylist, designer, artist, to the stars, dear friend of mine, Steven Anderson. He's done hair and makeup on like icons, like Carol Connors and myself, and then Iman, a few others. His artwork is unbelievable. Are you coming from your studio? Is that art piece behind you? We have to, is yours.
I'm sitting in my dining room getting smashed, waiting for you.
Okay, well, first of all, I love your hair. First of all, your hair
Going great.
looks. Well, wait, you can touch it up. You know how?
I'm fine.
Can't you?
I haven't done anything with myself. This is the real me coming out now. So
you know what? I like your hair long. I'm liking Van's longer. I like your beard.
it's something different.
And I need to congratulate Steven because he just got married to my dear friend and his better half, John. John, yeah.
Just got.
Oh, honey, show that rock off. Where is John nearby?
We had to do it in quarantine, but it was a very small, intimate gathering of 4 people.
But you know what? That's cool because we're going to have a big celebration afterwards. Down.
Yes, that this is all going to be over soon, we hope. What are you doing? Are you keeping yourself out of trouble?
I am. I'm wearing a wig because my...
Oh. And it looks...
You knew that.
It looks fat.
I like it. You always told me that I should have gotten into wigs.
Oh, because I knew you'd haven't left the house, so I know damn well your roots aren't done.
Oh no, yeah. No, Van had to take my extensions out.
Oh,
he had to do it.
Oh,
so,
I've been doing I've been doing that a lot online. Now take this and do this and pull them out, So, oh yeah, there he is.
Oh. There's his better half. There's John, my gorgeous John. You know what? I'm really liking your hair now better. You got to keep it this way. I think we might have a contest. Does everybody think Steve looks better with the beard?
He's not happy with it, but whatever.
I love it. Steve took these pictures that are showing up, and he did my hair and makeup for my 1930s, 40s look.
That's a wig too. Those are gorgeous pictures. You look fabulous.
Okay, here's
that was the first.
Wow, who's that?
That's Joan.
Oh, that is the other Joan.
The other Joan.
The other Joan.
Yeah,
that's fabulous. Amazing. Oh, and wait a minute. Here's when we were getting ready to do a reality show. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the things that Steve and I have done together are crazy. But I do want to talk about something that's really special. Is your Fairy Godfather Foundation. So you have to tell everybody about that because I am we had to push it back a little bit.
Flipper right here. There it is.
That is cool. What is that for? The tables?
I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet. I may try to fit it on my foot. We've moved it. We've had to move the date, unfortunately. It was supposed to be October, obviously. Now it's going to be in April. And of course, you have, very generously become the chairman of that event, which we are very grateful for. And we're looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to it in October. But, such as it is.
I know. We decided, the Fairy Godfather Foundation does amazing things for women that have gone through abuse or that are going through cancer or any, just anything.
A lot of different programs through the foundation. We give scholarships, but we donate wigs to cancer patients. We do work with sexual abuse and domestic abuse, and everything is done through an experience of beauty. Basically, that's my gig. And so we do these wonderful experiences for these women. And we're planning now, when this is over, that we would love to take some first responders and treat them to, a lot of TLC because they all deserve it. Oh, look.
Oh, my gosh. I know. I'm looking at the pictures from great events we've gone to. Steve, that's a great idea. I was thinking that too, domestic violence is really up sadly right now. And We're,
Activity.
I think, yeah, your foundation, which is important, I think will even be more important after this. So maybe there's a silver lining that we push the event back. And of course, we'll keep everybody up to date on that because this is going to be a magnificent ball. And we pushed it back because we just didn't think everybody was going to be quite in the mood in October quite yet, or because we're fundraising. So
people to be comfortable.
Yeah, we want everybody to feel comfortable and be comfortable. I love that picture of you putting my stars in my ears. But I think you're right. I mean, the first responders and doctors and nurses and just, people that are on the front lines of this.
They're going to definitely need it when this is over. And
no.
So, me and my cohort that's something we cooked up, and we're working on that now, and we're going to try to implement that when they say we can. So
when we feel comfortable. Hey, I don't know if you guys, I don't know. Can you all back out to see that painting? Because that is one of Steve's art pieces. Steve painted that. I mean, truly looks like an old master. His artwork is amazing. And you don't have both of those paintings.
Yeah.
And you don't have any of your newer paintings. I mean, I really want him to do a show of just his artwork. He's so talented, so multi-talented in so many things, but his art is like.
I would fit that in between making trees, but we'll work on that. We can work on that.
Yeah.
It would be a fun.
We have to auction off some of the
television.
Wait, what?
What are you watching on TV?
Shoot, I don't watch anything. All I do is I read too much about this virus. I do, being honest. I know way more than doctors. I'm convinced. And
you've always
and then I shop online for disinfectant, and I sit on Amazon waiting for like Clorox to come back up. That's like my big life. And then it says it's coming in August, and I order it. I mean, right now our freezer, we should have put that up, is stocked with meat, because when they said we wouldn't be able to get meat, I had this order, and then I heard like Publix, you can't get any meat. It is, Van's like, enough with the food. It looks like we have a family of 25.
And then, you're going to have a party when this is over to eat all the meat, because then it's going to go bad. It'll get freezer burn. So,
really? I keep telling Van that. He says it doesn't get freezer burn. I think it does.
Packet, but I did that in the beginning, but now I'm a little calmer, and we're both getting fat, so we've decided that we better calm it down a little bit. I love to.
Oh, honey.
I love to.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind. First of all, you look great. You really look great. And secondly, I don't mind eating at home, and I think that will change a lot. And I wouldn't mind if restaurants opened. I mean, some really of the good restaurants that we could take out from. But right now, I've been happy cooking at home. Like, it's okay. But Van's been.
We're saving a lot of money. We eat out 3-4 times a week. I'm like, but I have to honestly say, I'm over the cooking thing. I've been doing it every night for the last 7 weeks. I'm like over the cooking thing. But,
I know. I was helping Van, but I have to say that he's such a good cook. And we found Sammy's Seafood. If you live in this area, Sammy's Seafood's amazing. And I needed like fresh fish. And we got some in today. Oh my goodness. I had a tuna steak tonight that Van made. It was so good.
Oh,
but that's the good thing is like being around family. But you know me, I'm really a homebody. People think that I'm an out and about person, but I could do this and be quite happy. Although it is, oh, Montserrat, enjoying a cognac and a cigar. Listen to you. Listening to your fun memories. Trish Keating, Pat Riley, Teresa, thank you guys. I don't know if you can see this. I'm looking at some of the people that are tuning in. Bonnie Bissett, she just received some orders. Thank you for ordering. I appreciate it. Thank you, Roger. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for putting that up. That's very cool. It's really fun. We'll run this later too on my regular page. This is my fan page. And then this will definitely keep running on just my Rhonda Shear friend page too. So, and then it's going to live forever in YouTube. So you'll be in that.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh. So did you do that other painting behind you?
Yes.
To your left?
I did both.
Can you get that one?
There we go. I don't know if you can. Let me turn off the chandelier.
Your house looks fabulous. I mean, it looks so fabulous and so sexy and romantic. I'm sitting in my game room. It's a studio now.
Better? No, you really can't see it better now. But
we really want to see some of the nudes.
Oh, well, that's a whole different broadcast.
Well, honey, I have one more guest. I'm going to say thank you for coming on.
I enjoy
We love you.
Holly. I have a recommendation for you.
Thank you.
Watch Hollywood on Netflix. That's right up your alley. You're
Oh,
gonna.
is it?
It's Hollywood.
What is it?
It's Hollywood after World War II.
Oh, I love all that stuff.
You're gonna love it. So you got to watch it. Great.
How many? Is it the first season? Because I don't want to go through seasons.
No, you can watch one right after another. They've got the whole season up. You can watch the whole thing one right after another.
Okay.
So
That's the only thing, because Van and I have no attention span, so we have to watch things. Look, I have no nails. Can you believe this? No nails, none.
I got roots. What are you kidding?
I know, I have roots too, but my hair is this. It's not good. I'm not kidding you. Wait, I need.
When you feel up to it, we'll come pay you a visit.
No, here's the thing. I would only let you. I trust you, so you're the only one I would let do that. You know, I know where you've been. Chuck, I'm not sure about.
I've been nowhere. I've been in my house. I've been in my house.
Mm-hmm. But I was going to say, you told me a long time ago how versatile wigs are, and I'm really thinking I'm not going to do extensions. I'll color my hair, but I think I'm going to get a lot of fun wigs and just enjoy them.
Give your hair a rest, and you'll look just like this, gorgeous. As soon as you throw it on your head. Iman, that's all she ever lived in was wigs.
I'm telling you,
I learned from the best.
I love it. I think I might have to give it to you for the washing and taking care of, because
Okay, we can do that.
Well, I love you. You look very handsome. Don't cut your hair.
I won't.
I like it. All right. I love you. Thank you. All right. Kiss John.
And I said hello.
I will.
Right.
Thank you. We stayed online. This is great. Thank you. Hi, everybody again. Hope you're enjoying, my friends. We're slated to have some mayors from our communities, the Florida communities, on next week, and an emergency room doctor. So we're, along with some of the levity and fun and friends, we're going to, visit some people who are on the front line of the virus and see what they think. And I'm excited if we can get some of these people on. They're very busy. We might have to pre-tape some of them, but okay, we will do that as well. And I'm going to keep doing the show. No matter, even after. Well, we're going to just keep doing it. We're going to get the technology all right. This is some new technology that they're doing out there. I do want to thank my producers and my writers, and that would be Marie Crane, my beautiful Marie Crane, who's fabulous, who's doing the graphics, and Jean May and Ken Bradley. They're making all this magic from their house, and who's sitting on the other side of the camera and the computer, doing stuff too. I actually have a cordless mic, so we're getting fancy. We're going to make this little room that we're in, which is my game room, my upstairs game room, or it was my upstairs game room with a poker table. We're going to make it into a little studio, and down the line, hopefully we can have some live podcasts and bring some guests into the house. I think it's like a perfect room for that. It's a semicircle with beautiful paintings on the walls. Well, anyway, I have a very special friend now who I'm on. That she was in my show, Rhonda Shear's Up All Night Pajama Party, originally from the Dominican Republic, funniest ladies on the planet, also one of the most accomplished dancers, and also adagio, and she worked in Las Vegas with the heart the size of the United States of America and beyond. Ludovika, lounging in your gorgeous Rhonda Shear pajamas.
You know it is. Oh my God, my favorite baby. Oh my God. I have a story for you. So, okay, this is my favorite, right? And I think it was my anniversary with my husband, and I put it on and I laid down and I went like this, like the bigger movie star to, So in the meantime, I fall asleep and he's downstairs waiting for me, and I fall asleep upstairs. And when I woke up, I couldn't move my arm. My arm was like right here. I was like this the whole time. But I was sexy on my run.
Well, you are sexy. There's no one sexier than you. You are sexy and funny. And they always said you can't be sexy and funny, but you can be. And you are. And I love you being on tonight. It's so special for me. And I love you so much.
Are you kidding? Like, oh my God, I love this. I love that you're doing this, baby. It's so wonderful.
I know. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to have a lot of my comic friends. But you're a special one. You're right here. So you have to tell me what is going on? Like, what are all these performers doing, not performing? I mean, it's horrible. Do you know?
It is absolutely insane, but I have to tell you, I love the break. I mean, to be home without makeup, without having to worry about going. There have been auditions that we had to film. Let me tell you, I'm like, why? Why? Let me just be. I want the hairs on the armpits. I don't want to have to shave my eye out. You know what I mean?
Really? Oh, wait. Minerva's saying Ludo. So we've got people saying hello to you. Yes, Ludo baby, Melissa Carey. They love you. Oh. So you have auditions right now? You have auditions that you have to.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm going, oh, why? You know, I'm grateful, but at the same time, it's like, please, let's just rest.
So
let's take a break.
So I'll explain.
If it wasn't wonderful to have not to wear makeup and do nothing with your hair for like weeks, tell me that wasn't like a wonderful
explain to everybody when you say auditions on tape. What does that mean? Because not everybody knows what you're talking about. Because you used to have to go in persons, but let everybody know what that is.
Exactly. So yeah. So, you know, they would call up for an audition for a part on a TV show or a movie or whatever. And we had to get all made up and get on the car and drive to, an hour or whatever, you know. But now they send it to you and you have to film yourself in your house. Like I dyed this wall blue. So it's a great background with my hair. Oh, hair, which by the way, I'm kind of getting
hair.
Brinking hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so all right, so go on.
It's special for that, and and then you film the audition for the show, and you have to send it to them.
Wow.
Which is they say is easier. You are not polluting the air because you're not driving because the gas and all of that, and it's easier and all of this, but it's not because you look at yourself and you go, oh no, I don't want that. So the last audition, it took me 3 days. 3 days because I'm like, I don't like me. No, that's not right. No.
Yeah, but you know what's cool? But you know what's cool about that? Like if you go in an audition in front of the casting directors and whatever, you've got one shot. If you can do it at home, you can keep doing it till you get the right take.
Yes. You know what? I prefer that connection with a person to person because sometimes they need to see your personality. And you know me, baby. I'm like, hey, I can do this. I can do this, baby. Let's talk about it. That kind of a thing. So yeah, it has their ups and downs. It's good and it's.
I mean, are they doing this just because of the virus, or are they doing this in general now in Hollywood?
They were doing it before the virus, and now it's like even worse. Of course, yeah. No, now
I have a feeling.
How is it going to be? I don't know what's going to happen with show business.
Well, I mean, what's going to happen like when there's kissing and making out scenes? Like, is everybody going to have a mask on, like a condom on their face or their head?
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, wait a minute. How are they going to dress? They have to do our makeup. They have to touch our faces, our eyes, my lips. I mean, they're on top of you. What about when you have to do a kissing scene? Which by the way, baby, that's one thing that is killing me. I cannot live without hug and kisses. I cannot. I
know.
It's
going to come back. Van says Van can't live without shaking hands. He can't. He said he'll bring his sanitizer, but he can't. Yeah. We're a generation that grew up hugging and kissing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the millennials. They're probably fine with it, but I can't deal with it.
The millennials.
I've got to ask you some. So what's Van's favorite character, honey? Do you remember Ludo's favorite character that she does?
Mayflower.
He remembered.
I love Mayflower.
Did you hear him?
Mayflower.
Okay, so Ludo, who's a fabulous comic without doing any characters, and the most amazing dancer, does characters, and we're not going to ask her to do it, but she does this character named Mayflower. There's some of her characters. I'm sorry, you will pee in your pants when she does them. They are so right on and so real. But now you have this other character that is the funniest character on the planet, and it's the lazy stripper.
Oh, thank you. I love my lazy
stripper. I mean, all right. So you have to tell me a little story because we like to dish, and it's time that we girls hear a little dish. I heard that a very famous actress. Look, they knocked off my bra. They've knocked off other things. I know what it's like to be, knocked off. It's horrible. So
Yes.
this famous actress knocked off your lazy stripper for what? Her comedy act?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Closing for her Netflix comedy special. Yes. And I gotta tell you, I was nights and nights without sleep. It was like, what do I do? What do I say? I mean, it's like, but then, I investigated people. It's like, you gotta sue her. You gotta sue her. You gotta sue her. I'm like, please, it's like, who have time for that, And then it's okay, so I am that fabulous that she have to imitate me, baby. That's what I'm sleeping with now, because hey.
Well, first of all, she can't be you. Her name is Tiffany. That's it. I won't say any last names, but it could be like a store. But she can't be you. You're an original, and just like the bra that I did, it ended up where everybody came back and realized that mine was the first.
Exactly.
And you're an original, and everybody that knows your act and knows your characters, they know that you created it. So no one's ever going to think that she created it. And you're right. There's a lot of comics that have done that through the years, but there's only one Ludo Vika. She can't be you.
Thank you.
Hair! Your hair looks great.
Oh, thank you.
What are you drinking?
Beer.
Are you having a beer? Gosh, thank goodness, because all these guys were drinking water. I mean, I have water too. I'll drink a little of that.
My husband is like, take it easy. I'm like, it's a beer.
How's your hubby Dave? How's Mr. Dave?
Oh, he's so wonderful. I love my baby. We are so lucky. We have such an incredible husband. Your husband, I adore him. I mean, that birthday that he celebrated for you. Oh, I still just dream with that. It's so beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I have to tell everybody I had
did you see
a
the
60th
song?
birthday.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you about, we had a 60th birthday, and Van did this incredible party for me in New Orleans and didn't tell me and surprised me with a couple of very dear friends. Ludo Vika was one of them, and she did funny stuff, and it was at a very famous hotel in New Orleans, and we had a parade. It was amazing, wasn't it? What an amazing night.
It was amazing. It was like a movie. It was like a dream. It was unbelievable what this man did, okay? Unbelievable.
It was crazy. I mean, people came in from all over the country. It was a very, very special night. And to have you and have my friends, even Kenny Ellis, who I started comedy with, was just unbelievable. But, I miss you all. I'm seeing, friends tonight from all over the country. I miss you guys. I hope and pray that we can be at some point back to normal. I mean, there's great brains and geniuses working on this, and I think they'll come up with some sort of medicine because we have to hug and kiss again.
I hope so too. And going back to my husband, did you get to hear the little song that he wrote about being my quarantine?
No, I want to hear.
Oh my God, he is so funny. He's such a great writer. And he just came up with this little song. So here I am cleaning, looking like a crazy woman, and then he's filming me while he's singing. And I didn't know that he was going to use it on the video. And then he put it out. And I was like, oh my God, at least you could have told me. I could have fixed my hair.
So wait, it's a quarantine video?
Yeah, it's like, be my quarantine. Would you be my quarantine?
Will you be my quarantine?
Instead of Valentine, my quarantine. Yeah.
So we don't have that video that we can put up, or can we find it? We'll find it and put it up.
Okay.
We'll put it in. Does he have it on YouTube?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Oh, okay, we'll find it. He's amazing. He plays guitar, sing. You all used to work together as a great duo. Oh, Steve Anderson says Ludo looks amazing.
Oh, baby, hello. Thank
so
you.
Is that natural hair color?
It is natural, baby.
Great.
Out. It is coming out, and I loving it. I am loving it, It's like
I love it.
I am embracing the new 60, baby. This is it.
I love it.
Yes.
Let me tell you, you don't look it, you don't act it. I wish you could get up and dance, but we're going to get some video and we'll put that up too. And you know I love you with all my heart. And you always write me the sweetest things. And please stay in touch with me. Don't lose touch.
I won't ever.
I really had some of my favorite people in my life on tonight that meant something from my whole life. So, you know, I love you. You've always been there for me.
Baby, and you have for me, Mama. You know that. Thank you so
much. I wish we'll do something else. If not stand up, we'll do something else, girl. Okay. So you kiss your husband, Dave.
Yes, and you keep yours, baby.
I will kiss Van for you. I love you, and we'll see you soon. Again, we'll have you back on the show. I love you. Nighty night, baby.
Bye.
Mm. Wow, what a night. I mean, we started at 9. We had some technical problems. Ludo Vika, ladies and gentlemen that are watching. And, you know, this is a little bit different than just a regular talk show because I'm bringing on people that are really near and dear to my heart that have meant something through my entire life and career. And so it's kind of like old home week, but that's what I think talk shows should be, especially that's what a reality show should be real and not like staged like so many of them. But I thank all of you that have been tuning in. I see all of you out there. Hey, Nick. Hey, Vet. We are definitely going to put this up on my regular Rhonda Shear page, and then it's going to live on YouTube. Perhaps they can edit out some of the little quirks we had in the beginning and throughout when we kind of dropped out of the screen. But I thank you all. Next Saturday night at 9 p.m. with the Rhonda Shear Social Distance Social Hour. And like I said, we're keeping our fingers crossed that we get some people from our community, like mayors, a couple of them that we're shooting for, and a doctor or two, or we'll see. And of course, we're going to keep up the lightness and the music guests and the comic guests and some special people for you. And anything that you guys want to talk about, Facebook me or Instagram me or Twitter and follow me, please, please, please. We're having fun with this, but we want to just keep it light during this time where we're all at home. So I wish you all safety and happiness, lots of love with your family, and I'll see you next Saturday night. Cheers. Everybody touch their hair. It's not your face, it's your hair.
Stuck in quarantine, don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda, she's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the social distancing, social life. The social distancing, social life.